Hi everyone, I'm Josh and this is Josh Wright Piano TV. Today I wanted to discuss a quick little piece of advice that I learned quite a few years ago, but that I was reminded of recently as I was reading a book called Essentialism, which may be one of the best books I've ever read. I will link that to an Amazon link so you can check that out if you haven't read it. It's one of the best books around, I think, for finding great meaning in your life and cutting everything else out that you don't need. We waste so much time on unessential things. And what this book was talking about was performing on autopilot. And it's page 207 if you want to check it out in the book. But it reminded me of an interview I read with Claire Huangzi. She was the first prize winner in the 2010 National Chopin competition, which I competed in, and I got my butt whooped there. I only made it to the second round that time. So, but she's a brilliant artist. I really love her playing a lot. And in this interview, somebody said, "What are you thinking of when you perform?" And she said, I'm thinking of nothing. I'm just letting my creative impulse take over. And in talking with her, as well as another friend whose name is Rachel Kudo, Kudo, also an incredible artist, they had recommended the book The Power of Now by Eckhart Tolle. I'll also link that in the description below. And I think that book single-handedly helped me more than any other book so far as dealing with nerves and performance anxiety, living in the moment, kind of this mindset. Lastly, I watched an interview on Medici TV with Daniel Trifonov right before my Rock 3 performance back in January, Rachmaninoff Third Concerto. And he talked about, they said, "What are you thinking of when you go on stage? Are you thinking of the audience, or are you feeling nervous?" And he says it's not nervous, it's more like anxious anticipation, I believe is what he said. And he said you have to feel this current inside of you that you have to go share with the audience. I find that sometimes it's easy to get into this self-absorbed mentality where you're like, I hope nobody judges me. I hope that I play this well. Am I going to mess up? What's that next note? That's very selfish thinking if you think about it. I'm not saying you're a bad person, like selfish that way. I'm just saying you're focusing on yourself rather than on outwardly projecting this beautiful music. Those changes in mentality have helped me tremendously. One other quick tip that I've already discussed in another video, but since I've got you guys here watching this, is when you are getting nervous, blank out in your mind, like just think of some random inanimate object like a pencil or something until your nerves kind of calm down. And what that does is it puts you back into your muscle memory, a more organic thing than over-analyzing everything in your mind. I do not advocate that you only memorize your pieces with muscle memory, but I do advocate that as you are on stage, stop analyzing so much, stop having all that negative self-talk, and kind of go into this autopilot. It doesn't mean that your mind is void of music. Sometimes when we think of what Claire Huangzi said or Daniel Trifonov, like this current, or Claire saying I kind of just have a blank mind and I let my creative impulses take over, you still have an awareness of your piece, so you still know where you're at, but you're not over-analyzing every little thing or thinking of what note comes next. You're letting go and allowing things to happen. You're getting out of your own way on performing. So I hope this has been helpful. If any of you have any questions, please let me know. My email is josh@joshwrightpiano.com. Again, make sure to check out those books. They are incredible. They really did change my life. I also listed a link in the description below if you'd like to sign up for my email list. Always enjoy staying in touch with people and sending out announcements of new concerts and new video series that I come out with. I'll put a subscribe button up here if you're not already subscribed to my channel. I'd love for you to join. I'll put all of my video links down here, and then if you'd like to keep watching more videos, I'll list them over here. Have a great week. Good luck in your practice sessions.